So this has been making the rounds, and I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I just wasn't aware there was a demo out until I started seeing other YouTube videos of it. I've been following this game for a while and very excited about it. It is a little procedural generation sort of building game where you can just build these cute little structures out here in the woods. The demo version is very restricted in the space you can use, in what tools you can use. To some extent, there are some elements that aren't available. There are some, like, building colors that aren't available. I have absolutely no idea if there's going to be more variety in flowers, but for what it is right now, don't have trees or ponds yet, but for what it is right now, it is still really cute and really satisfying, and it's a very relaxing sort of build thing. Just in setting up for this, I saw the time slowly drift from evening into night, and I realized that each of these little windows and lanterns light up individually, one at a time, as it gets into nightfall. It's not a switches flicked all at once sort of thing. But you can always change the time of day manually. You can make it so time does not pass if you really want to build just in daylight and not worry about the colors shifting or anything. You can pet the sheep. Look at them wander around. There's little butterflies flying. You can just plant all these flowers around. I have no idea in the future if there's going to be different colors of flowers, or if you get what you get. I really like the blues and purples, don't get me wrong, those are my favorites. I would choose those pretty much every time. But you never know, maybe someday I'll want to do a build inspired by, like, I don't know, a D&D character, because I do things like that sometimes. And if I do, like, my rose warlock, then I'm gonna want red roses to scatter around more than anything. But that's for the future. That is a consideration for then. For right now, this is the first build that I just kind of put together as soon as I got the demo working. That's another fun thing. There have been some issues because it relies on Vulkan. So that even if you have the graphics card for it, like, you meet the spec requirements, you know, I did, and I tried to launch the demo that first time, and it brought up a full screen, basically error message saying, hey, something's wrong, your Vulkan drivers are either broken or missing. And after much wailing and screaming, not really, after much anxiety about the whole thing, I finally bit the bullet and went and manually reinstalled all the drivers for my graphics card, even though I was terrified this was somehow going to mess everything up, because that's just how computers go for me sometimes, I swear. And now it works. So, yeah, if you look into this, if you get the demo and all your stuff is up to spec and it's still not working because Vulkan is throwing a fit, apparently it's not an uncommon issue that they've been running into. Apparently there's something about Windows that Vulkan doesn't like, or that doesn't like Vulkan, I don't know which, and it tends to break it. So it's best to reinstall drivers, even if they are relatively new, and just do a fresh patch on it. Anyhow, I figured I'd just do a little build, and let's build a new one. So, New Glade, you can only do summer, but they have different areas. Look at this. You can do an autumn cottage in the forest. You can take a flowery field. You can do, I'm guessing it's something that's more overgrown, faded out maybe, olden. You can have winter go. But right now, all we've got is summer. So you pop into this little build thing with a path and a wall that you can kind of mess with just to see, you know, how it goes. I believe that in the later game there's also fences as well as full walls, but for right now, this is what we've got. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the erase everything tool. You can also, like, paintbrush erase walls if you want to turn something into a ruin rather than delete it entirely. But I want a clean slate for this, relatively clean at least. Okay, so we've already got a hill here. A couple of them. Okay. What if we do a little bit of a... something over here, just at the very limits of our build space. And then what if we raise up the heck out of it? Okay, that looks interesting. That looks interesting. You can also kind of widen or shrink so you can make it more pronounced if you really want to get a rocky gorge in there. I think that could be fun. Alright, so I'm going to do something a little goofy here. Let's go ahead and grab our first build piece, and I'm going to stick it right here, just for right now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it across this gorge. Oh, I can't quite go all the way. Okay. I wonder if... Can I just move it? Can I scoot this thing? Is there, like, a limit to how long a building can be, and that's what stopped me? Yeah, there's a limit to how long a building can be. Okay. And now I'm going to do something... Let's see if I can just show me all the builds, please. There we go. I'm going to raise the floor of this. And we're going to make a little bit of a bridge out of it. Where's the peak? Here's the peak. Okay. Okay. Just kind of scoot it up a little. It's interesting. Alright, now on this side, I think a round tower, just to meet up with that. You can widen it a little bit. Oh, it doesn't want to go there? Am I outside? I'm outside the line. That's why. Okay. So we're gonna... I'm at my limit. Okay. Okay. Gonna make a few quick little adjustments if I can. I need... I'm sorry, I need this, please. I keep having it for like half a pixel. Excuse me. Oh, no, no. There we go. If I draw that back a little bit, then maybe I can move... Not quite. Maybe I can move this whole dang thing over. Ha, I love all the vines just collapsing on themselves. Alright, this is going to be a little bit awkward. I'm not sure if there's a faster way to actually move the placement of something. I think this might not move. Yep, okay. It's just going to be stuck like that. That's okay. This is going to be a, this is going to be an interesting little mess. That's all. So we're going to double tower, and we've got a little bird's nest in between. And just for variation's sake, I am going to shrink one of them, and I am going to grow the other. There we go. And you know what? I'm gonna do something... Oh, you can dome this thing? Cool. Cool, okay. I didn't know that. We're gonna add some flair to the tower shapes. I saw people building these things and, like, inserting other towers in order to get that flare at the bottom and then a cone change up top. I wonder if that was recently added or something. You know what? Let's raise that a little. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then on this side, let's go ahead and make another square building. I think we want to try and line it up more or less with this. That'll do. Oh, I popped a sheep. He's fine. He's got a little umbrella parachute. Okay, so I like a little bit of irregularity in my buildings. So there's going to be a rectangle there for sure. But then I'm going to add a smaller little rectangle. Kind of back here. You know what? Let's pop it way off to the side. Oh, there he goes. He's just bouncing off the top of the structure. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And again, for variety's sake, I think a tower in this corner is going to be needed. Left control to just disable snapping. Let's do that real quick just to get a little bit more precise. Look at that thing. It's cute. Let's kind of shrink that in. Got a bird's nest popping up and down, and it's already gone to night. Okay. So I can really make that a peaked roof, or I can maintain the outward stretch. I think I want the outward stretch for that one. Let's go ahead and make those kind of meet up a little bit. Huh, interesting. Okay, let's lower that one, and let's raise that one. It's not a perfect matchup, but we're having fun. I'm having fun, at least. Just goofing off. Okay, so we have a couple of buildings, and we have a bridge between them. This is how you make doors. You gotta get a path. Let's get a little narrow path. And then you have to put the path down, basically on the ground beneath where you want the door to pop up. So, like, right about there, for instance. That'll get us a nice door. And, let's put a door... I think we need a door here on the ground floor. It's popping up little tools and things. And then we also need a door meeting up with this. Oh, come on, where are you? Oh, I think it's because the base floor is down there. Okay. I am discovering things. All right. So interestingly enough, that doesn't work. Okay. I am learning things myself, so I'm just going to clear that real quick. In order to get a door on the level of this bridge, I might need to raise the terrain a little. Because the other one was taller. And then, oh, it's possible I might need to raise, this. Just to be about on par with that. Okay, interesting. I will cover that up with greenery. For right now, however, let's get back to that path. Can I get a door now? No, I cannot. My build is already experiencing difficulties. Okay. The door might be a little bit low on that side as well, honestly. Okay. Very interesting. Let me go ahead and lower this again. Just to be level with that. And there's the door appearing. So we're gonna have to do some trickery in order to make this look anywhere near feasible. Similar with this one. So yes, interesting things happen when you try to build something a little bit elevated like that. Okay. I might be able to lower this as well. Maybe. Can't go any lower on the top part for that, unfortunately. It's only that I can raise and lower. Oh well. Let's go ahead and get a little tall door here. And we're gonna draw out, I'm gonna draw out a path, and I'm gonna make it a little bit wider. Along the edge of the demo space. And usually, if you draw a path on the rock face, it'll give you some steps. These are some really unsafe looking, very steep steps, but they sure do exist now. So the tower is not completely inaccessible. Oh well. Alright. Time to go absolutely wild with some decorations. Let's just throw flowers in like mad here. Let's throw them in the gorge underneath. Why not? Anywhere flowers can fit, flowers are gonna fit. Because what is a build without a ton of flowers everywhere? Can't go outside of the demo area. Darn. Alright, well, a thin little strip of them here won't hurt. And they're growing up through the path there. That's okay. That's okay. You've got a little flower pot there. We're just gonna imagine that. Alright, the last things that you can have in this demo right now are windows. And they... Oh god, a wheel right in front of the door. That's not gonna help, buddy. That's not gonna help. Alright, I'm gonna have to scoot this over here. And I'm gonna do a double window with shutters. There we go. Adorable. Alright. Other thing you can do is you can put little roof windows. You can do single windows, you can do the doubles, you can do a triple window. I think I might do that back here. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Do a window there, pops up a ladder on the side. That's what I mean by, like, little procedural generation stuff. You end up with all this random little bits and pieces that you don't maybe, like, go into it expecting. And you can't necessarily fully control. Oh, come now. Am I at the wrong angle? I don't like it. There we go. Let's do some double window boxes there. Let's do another couple of things here. Yeah, that'll do. I think I need some on the tower. So, let's kind of, one in the front, one on the side. They're not going to be perfectly lined up. And we're going to leave the basement floor like that, I think. Alright, last things are going to be windows all the way up and down this. We're just going to kind of do this. Ha! You can't have shutters, it seems, or the laundry hanging out on a triple window, but you can on a double. Alright, let's go ahead and do a little bit of that, do a little bit of this. Have a single window hanging there. One above this door. Up triples there, gotta do, I think, singles down this side. Hey, there's a shovel. For all the gardening you might do over here. Okay, and the last things, I think, let's go ahead and get a couple of these up. It's not perfectly even, but it will work. Since when am I in this for precision? Okay, and then lanterns. Because, you know, it gets dark out. And you're gonna want a little extra light here and there. Definitely ones by the doors. Yes, right there. Right where the ladder is. And then you can also set them on things like these parapets. And finally, they can freestand. And if you do the freestand, then you can kind of rotate them around, I believe. There we go. Put another one here. Just because that seems like a very precarious climb. And lastly, one more right there. There we go. Can I just rotate you? There we go. Just a little. Alright. Yeah, I think that looks pretty dang cozy. Can't add that onto the side if that is too narrow. Good to know, though. Alright. Now, actual very last thing. You can recolor elements, but the colors right now are limited. Oops, so if I actually click on this, you've got your brown and you've got your green. And the first tower I did was green. All of these are currently locked for demo. I think we'll leave it at brown. This, however, we can change. We can do a little bit more of a rough stone. We can do an orange sort of plaster coating, or we can leave it at the white plaster. We can also, if you stop getting rid of that every time I mouse over it, we can get rid of those ridges that circle things if we want to. I personally kind of like the dividing lines, so I'm going to leave those be. You can change the colors of each door You've got a brown, you've got a red, you've got a green. I am fond of the green. So I think I might make the doors green. You can change each window. I do not want to change each window. As far as I know, you can't change the colors of lanterns or anything. Oh, there are wall pieces, and you can change those a little bit. So just for the sake of completion, let's throw in a little bit of wall. Let's lower the wall. We don't need it that much. And we'll color the wall. We can do more of the brown. We've got the white plaster, the gold plaster. I think it usually starts out as brick. Let's go ahead and go to white plaster just to match the rest of the build. So I can't draw a wall here, otherwise it would look neat. But yeah, that is Tiny Glade. It is the coziest thing. I do look forward to being able to do more colors on things, to do larger, wider builds, to have trees, to have water features around. So yeah, demo here, full game there. And demo is kind of in this little circle. So full game, I think you'll get out to this like border, and just mousing over things, for example, if I grab a thing, it clears trees. So I believe in the full game, this implies that you can, like, if you want to, you can tuck a little house back in the corner, have a path go through, and have trees blocking it off. But yeah, this is gonna be, this is just gonna be a very cozy little thing to occasionally sit and do. Just as a bit of relaxation. Oh, also of note, I had to turn up my audio output capture so that the ambience and the little bits of music in the background would even be visible on this recording. Not visible, audible on this recording. The little green line was going to be visible for me. So it's actually not badly balanced. I've opened so many games, so many demos, things like that for the first time, and immediately gotten blasted away by the music just on the menu screen. And it's like, immediately go into settings, turn down the audio, turn it to like 50%, maybe even lower on the master audio thing, just to be able to survive with headphones on. This didn't have that problem. At least not for me. It's very, very comfortably balanced to my ears. So hopefully that means that it'll just be a lot easier to open and immediately get going, immediately adjust to. However, I think that's pretty much all I have to show for this game. Hope you enjoyed the little double build here that I just kind of whipped together. There are some very intense builds already out there on YouTube. I've seen people do full castles, full cathedrals. They've been going absolutely nuts, even within this tiny little circle of space. Mine is much simpler by comparison. Even so, I feel like I learned a few things, you know, in regards to where the doors will pop up, the difficulty of creating a bridge thing like this. I think it's still viable and possible, but it's going to basically come with the issue of the doors at the connecting points. Oh well, that's okay. I'll play with it more. I'm definitely going to play with this just myself when it comes out fully. I believe it's meant to come out third quarter of this year, so hopefully that's going to be fairly soon. However, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Yeah, have a good one, everybody. Bye.